Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. I'm Derek Andre. Please leave a like before this video gets started, subscribe, and comment down below. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Okay, to start off, you want to take your wheel and hub off of your bike by removing your pegs and bolts on your bike and taking off your chain. So once you get your wheel off, you'll loosen up this bolt right here. And then you have to take off the driver right here, and if you have sealed bearing, you're okay, but if you do not, all your bearings will fall out and it's not going to be fun. So just make sure you know what you have beforehand. And you're going to pull out your driver like this, and as you can see, you have your drivers right here, and underneath you have your springs. On the inside of your hub shell, you have all the teeth on the inside, which your paws and your driver catches on, which causes it to engage or make the clicking sound. Okay, so with my driver, it is a stock hub, so it has paws and then one spring going all the way around. I'll probably upgrade it later next year or something, but pretty much you just go to where the spring opens up and you take the spring out and you compress it in and then put it back on, so that way the paws push out even more than before because they have more pressure on them. And that's pretty much it for the driver. And you're just gonna take some WD-40 right here and spray it inside of your shell to degrease and get all the dirt out. Roll it around and then pick it back up and clean it out with your rag or towel or whatever you have, and get it really nice and good. A whole bunch of dirt's coming out. You're gonna do the same thing to your driver right here. And wipe that off, but be careful so you don't pull out your paws. So go with the paws and don't go against them. Okay, now you have the inside of your shell and your driver covered in WD-40, and you wipe that off, so now it's clean of grease, and you're gonna put new grease on the inside of your shell right here, and just a tiny bit, much less than before, so that way your hub will stay nice and loud. Because if you put on too much, it's gonna be quiet, and the reason you're watching this video is so you can get a louder hub. So obviously you're gonna want to get a thin grease if you have it. I don't have thin grease, so I'll be using thicker grease. If you have the chance to get thinner grease for this, use it, but this is all I have. So you're just gonna take your grease and pump just a tiny bit inside of your hub. There's just a tiny bit on the bottom, and you're gonna spread that in. Okay, so I now spread around the grease on the inside of my hub, and I don't know if you can see that, but obviously if it's too quiet than what you wanted it to be, you can always take off the grease and just put your driver back on. You don't have to put the bolt back on. You can just practice and test it and make sure it sounds good for you. And if it's too loud, you can put more grease in it. If it is too quiet, you can put less grease in it. You just take off with your finger or a cloth. Okay, so I now have the right amount of grease that I want on the inside of my hub, and I think it will be good at how much grease is on in there and nice and loud. So you just slide on your driver onto the inside of your hub, and you can just test it by doing so. Definitely much louder than before, and I like what it's at right now. So I'm gonna put this bolt back on, and you wanna pay attention to what side has the threads. This side has the threads, you want it to be facing out, so that way it can grip your pegs and your frame so your bike won't slip and your tire won't get loose or your chain won't get loose. So make sure the the grooves are on the outside, and just thread it on, finger tight. You don't want to do it too tight, just get it as tight as you can with your fingers. And that should be good. Now you have your hub nice and loud, degreased, and you're ready to go. Okay guys, thank you for making it this far into the video and watching the whole thing. Make sure you liked and subscribed, and leave a comment down below on how you think I did. Also, I'm giving a special shout out to Angle Factor. They have their Instagram on, it is Angle Factor right here. They're over 1,000 followers on there, but they're starting their own YouTube channel, and they're up to 18 followers so far, and their videos are great quality. I recommend going to their channel right now after this video and watching them and subscribing to them. They're at 18 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please come back for next week where I plan on doing either a how to foot jam tutorial or a GoPro session review.